Welcome back everybody to Let's Play Chrono Cross. Alright, techs are finished. We're pretty much done. This is the point in time where if you forgot anything, or if you can go back to do anything, you should go do it. Celestial weapons, getting all the summons, things like that. I'm not getting the celestial weapons in this run. I'm also not showing all the summons either. I think I want to have this game to have a little bit of playthrough value for you guys, even though I've shown a lot of things. I kind of want there to be some things that you figured out on your own or get by yourself, because this game has so many possibilities. So let's go. We're going to Apasta Beach to see if we can figure out something. They said it's where it all started, so let's check it out. This is my party of choice. Alright. Well, here's the beach. I guess let's use our amulet, which we haven't used in a long time. Let's see what happens. Oh, we've already seen that. Hey! She looks familiar. Could it really be? Hey! It's all three! No way! Will you talk to us? Please talk to us. I think I have to get closer. So you finally made it, Serge. When did this sorry tale all begin? Was it 10 years ago when you almost drowned here? Or was it 14 years ago when you were wounded by that panther demon that attacked you, resulting in you being carried to Chronopolis, where you came into contact with fate and the frozen flame? Or perhaps it was even 2400 years in the future, when the time crash hurled Chronopolis back to prehistoric times? Or even it could have been 12,000 BC, when an ancient magical kingdom met its end after trying to use Lavos? Whoa, could be any of those, I guess. Each is close to being correct, and yet, at the same time, so far from the right answer. The true beginning was during the destruction of the ancient kingdom of Zeal. As the palace collapsed around her, Princess Shala was sucked into a dimensional vortex along with the Lavos Mammon machine. Shala and Lavos became unified into one even more powerful entity that would evolve into the Devourer of Time. Filled with the hatred and sadness of Lavos, half of Shala's mind became set on destroying all existence. Yet, at the same time, the other half of her mind desired to save the universe and to be rescued herself. As Shala fell through the time gate in this condition, she heard your crying echoing through time. That is when her story and yours began to intertwine. It is also when the past and the future began to intersect, and when the world became divided into two. Led by the pitiful crying the young Surd mage as the panther demon's poison took hold of him, Princess Shala traveled 10,000 years in time to try to make contact with this dimension. This caused a raging magnetic storm that resulted in Fate's system malfunction, which led Surge to the frozen flame. Yes, Surge, the sound of your crying touched the heart of Princess Shala. Before the destructive mindset could become dominant, she cloned herself and set her copy into this dimension. Shala left her baby daughter clone with her ancient pendant possessing magical powers. This was to safeguard her daughter clone in life and death situations. The pendant would rewind time a little, sending her daughter clone into a safer point in the immediate past. That's right, Kid is Shala's daughter clone. What? No way. You're wrong. I'm me. I ain't no Shala's daughter or clone. Yes, that's right, Kid, if that's how you feel. I think Princess Shala would have wanted it to be that way too. And now, about Project Kid, the time control project Balthazar planned out. The whole project existed to lead you to this one special point in time. The founding of Chronopolis, the time crash, and the battle between fate and the dragon gods. It was all coordinated so that you would get your hands on the Chrono Cross and come to this place. Of course, Kid was not to know anything about this whole plan until later, when all this will finish. Further in the future, Kid is meant to travel back 10 years in time from now to save Surge from drowning. And then, Kid was also meant to call Surge into the other world as he spoke with Lena here on Opasa Beach. You're our last hope, our final chance. Only you who came into contact with Shala, and Kid, Shala's clone daughter, can do it. In the darkness that exists on the other side of time, Shala has been integrated with the Devourer of Time. Please, Surge, please release Princess Shala from the binds of that monster and her own hatred. Show us, the life forms that exist on this planet, what our new future will be. My thoughts exactly. Wow. Really? Do you guys have anything to say? A new species is about to be born on this planet, an alien life form even more evolved than the old Lavos. At the darkness beyond time, the weakened Shala came under the influence of Lavos, and the two became one entity. It is now up to you, the one whom the frozen flame has chosen as his arbiter. You alone can decide how the new Lavos, which has encaged Shala within it, will evolve from here. Your actions will determine whether in the future all time is devoured by Lavos, sending the world into everlasting death. Balthazar foresaw this was going to happen in his world in the year 2300, and he was determined to prevent it from happening, no matter what it took. The Chrono Cross, it alone can combine the sounds of the planet that the 6 types of elements produce. The melody and harmony that brim within all life forms use the song of life to heal her enmity and suffering. We entreat you, Surge, please save Shala. Whoa, they kind of throw all this on you at the last moment, don't they? Now everything's starting to make sense. Hey, Chrono. Where even angels lose their way. 10 years ago, you died at this very spot. There's no mistake, you drowned. The truth is, in this world in which you are still alive is the irregularity. This is the false reality. 10 years ago, it was Lynx who tried to kill you at this beach. After Prometheus broke the link between fate and the flame, fate tried to eliminate any obstacle that stood in its way. In the meantime, the 6 dragons had sent Harley forth to try and gain possession of the flame. Harley made contact with Fate's biological incarnation, Lynx, and tricked him into temporarily joining forces. The elimination of the Prometheus circuit's lock on the frozen flame was everyone's top priority. Lynx and Harley abducted Luca, who alone could release the Prometheus lock that guarded the flame. But the whole attempt only ended in failure. Then they just waited for you to appear instead. You see, fate calculated that you one day would cross the dimensions and try to make contact with the flame. I don't know how to break this to you, but Lynx was actually your father, Wazuki. Drawing closer to the flame caused him to become unstable, and the image of you dying in terror changed him completely. Finally, after having his psyche totally eroded, he lost his soul and was easily integrated by fate. Fate turned Wazuki into a biological interface, modeling him after your worst fear at the time, a panther. Although Wazuki managed to escape from Chronopolis with you, he later completely succumbed to fate. Humans are such fragile, disjointed, imperfect things. Love and hate, life and death. Perhaps even fate itself dreamed of using the flame to someday reincarnate itself into a new species. It is quite sad, really. It's like when you gaze into the flame gazes back into you. Whoa. Our father, Luca, Prometheus, who is also Robo, everybody, Lena's father, Miguel, what was it all for? Just so Surge could come here and stop this creature? And free Shala? Wow. We don't really have time to go into this right now, but in the next episode, we will enter this dimension, and we are going to meet the Time Devourer. See you later, guys.